The AI identity crisis. When machines dream, do humans still matter? Welcome to the AI identity crisis, the podcast that dares to ask the most profound questions of our time. In a world where machines can dream, compose symphonies, and even write novels, what becomes of human purpose? What is the true essence of our identity when artificial intelligence increasingly blurs the lines between creator and tool, between thought and algorithm? Today, we're moving beyond the initial wow factor of generative AI. We've all seen the dazzling images, heard the synthetic voices, perhaps even dabbled with an AI chatbot ourselves. But the conversation has shifted. It's no longer just about what AI can do. It's about what it means for who we are. We're grappling with something far more fundamental, an existential identity crisis, not for the machines, but for humanity itself. Think for a moment. Imagine a world where the next artistic masterpiece, the groundbreaking scientific discovery, or even the most empathetic piece of advice, originates not from a human mind, but from a silicon brain. Is it still art? Is it still discovery? Does its origin diminish its value or enhance it? These are the kinds of questions that keep us awake at night, and that we will explore in depth throughout this series. Our journey will take us through the rapidly accelerating landscape of artificial intelligence, examining its profound impact on creativity, the very nature of work and labor, the complex ethical dilemmas it presents, and ultimately, how it forces us to redefine what it means to be human. We'll delve into the philosophical depths, explore real-world implications, and hear from experts and individuals whose lives are already being reshaped by this technological revolution. This isn't just a discussion for technologists or futurists. This is a conversation for everyone, because whether you realize it or not, AI is already touching every facet of our lives, and its influence is only growing. So, buckle up, open your minds, and prepare to confront the AI identity crisis. Part 1. The Dawn of Digital Dreams. The year is 2025, and the term artificial intelligence no longer conjures images of clunky robots from 1950s sci-fi films. It's a pervasive, often invisible force that powers everything from our smartphones to complex medical diagnoses. But what truly marked a turning point, pushing AI from a sophisticated tool to a perceived creator, was the explosion of generative AI. It was the moment algorithms stopped just processing information and started producing it in ways that mimicked, and in some cases, surpassed human capabilities. Just a few years ago, the idea of an AI composing a convincing symphony or painting an original artwork that could fool critics seemed like science fiction. Now, we're seeing advanced large language models far beyond the GPT-3 or even GPT-4 of yesteryear, capable of crafting nuanced narratives, complex poetry, and even entire screenplays. Image and video generation tools can conjure photorealistic scenes from mere text prompts, creating landscapes, characters, and actions with stunning detail and speed. Music AI can generate original scores in any genre, with emotional depth that sometimes leaves listeners questioning if a human touch was involved at all. For many, the aha moment arrived when they witnessed an AI create something genuinely beautiful or thought-provoking. It wasn't just automating a task, it was seemingly imagining. This sparked both awe and unease. Was this genuine creativity, or merely an incredibly sophisticated form of pattern recognition, remixing vast datasets in novel ways? The lines began to blur, and with them, the comfortable definitions of human artistry. Consider the implications. We've seen AI-generated art win competitions, sparking outrage and debate within the art community. AI-composed music has been released on streaming platforms, sometimes without listeners even realizing its origins. There are even AI-authored news articles, technical reports, and marketing copy circulating widely, often indistinguishable from human-written content. This proficiency forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the inherent value of human-made creations when machines can produce similar or even better outputs at scale. This brings us directly to the heart of the creative conundrum. What happens to human artists, writers, and musicians when their unique spark, their deeply personal expression, can be replicated or even outpaced by an algorithm? The answers are complex and multifaceted, ranging from fear and resistance to collaboration and augmentation. For many artists, the immediate reaction to generative AI was one of profound fear. It wasn't just about job displacement, though that was a significant concern, but about the potential devaluation of human skill and unique artistic vision. If an AI can generate 1,000 variations of a landscape painting in seconds, what becomes of the painter who painstakingly crafts one over weeks or months? Galleries and online platforms began grappling with the influx of AI-generated content, raising questions about authenticity, provenance, and the very definition of art. We've seen numerous case studies of artists who felt their livelihoods threatened, their years of dedicated practice seemingly rendered obsolete by a machine that learned from their very work. However, amidst the fear, there emerged another perspective: the embrace. For a growing number of creatives, AI is not a competitor, but a co-creator, a powerful muse, and an indispensable tool for rapid prototyping and idea generation. Designers use AI to quickly visualize countless iterations of a product. Musicians use AI to generate new melodic ideas or fill out orchestrations. Writers use AI to brainstorm plot points, create character dialogues, or overcome writer's block. The argument here is that AI augments human capabilities, freeing up creatives from tedious tasks and allowing them to focus on higher-level conceptualization and unique vision. It shifts the artist's role from manual execution to curatorial guidance, directing the AI's vast computational power. Yet, this embrace doesn't come without its own set of legal and ethical battlegrounds. The core of the problem lies in the training data. Most generative AIs are trained on massive datasets scraped from the internet, often containing copyrighted works of human artists, writers, and musicians. This has led to a flurry of lawsuits concerning copyright infringement and fair use. Who owns the AI's creation if it learned from existing copyrighted material? How do we attribute credit when the creator is an algorithm? And then there's the unsettling reality of deepfakes. AI-generated images or videos that are so convincing they can be used to manipulate or deceive, raising serious questions about consent, reputation, and truth itself. These legal battles are ongoing, and their outcomes will profoundly shape the future of creative work. The world of writing, from screenplays and novels to journalism, faces similar upheavals. AI is automating content creation at an unprecedented scale. Newsrooms are experimenting with AI-generated articles for routine reporting. Companies are using AI to draft marketing copy, emails, and even internal reports. The efficiency is undeniable, but it prompts a critical question. Can AI truly understand the nuances of human emotion, the subtleties of character development, or the profound insights that give storytelling its soul? Or does it merely mimic these elements based on patterns, lacking genuine understanding or empathy? The rise of AI-assisted content farms, churning out vast quantities of often formulaic content, starkly contrasts with the human author who pours their life experiences and unique perspective into their work. The challenge for human writers becomes finding and emphasizing that irreplaceable soul in their words. Conclusion: the future is now, and it's us. We've traversed a vast landscape in the AI identity crisis, from the revolutionary impact of generative AI on creative industries and the seismic shifts in the global labor market, to the intricate ethical dilemmas of algorithmic bias and the profound questions about consciousness and human relationships. Our journey has consistently circled back to one central theme. AI is not just changing what we do, it's changing who we are. The AI identity crisis isn't merely a theoretical construct for futurists. It's a lived reality for artists whose creations are challenged by algorithms, for workers whose jobs are redefined, for ethicists grappling with unforeseen biases, and for every individual trying to understand their place in an increasingly intelligent world. We are at a pivotal moment, a turning point in human history, where our relationship with technology is evolving at an unprecedented pace. But here's the crucial takeaway. We are not passive recipients of AI's development. We are its architects, its guides, and its ultimate beneficiaries, or its victims, depending on the choices we make. The future is not a predetermined path dictated by algorithms. It is a path we forge, collectively, through our ethical considerations, our policy decisions, our educational reforms, and our conscious efforts to preserve and cultivate what is uniquely human. So, as we conclude this deep dive into the AI identity crisis, remember, the conversation doesn't end here. It begins now, with you. Engage with the technology, question its implications, participate in the debates, and most importantly, remember what makes you uniquely, irreplaceable human. The future is here. It's unfolding rapidly, and it's up to us to ensure it's a future where human identity thrives. Thank you for joining me on the AI identity crisis. Be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the future of humanity and technology.